Welcome to the Social Circle, where creators come together to turn ideas into impact and goals into a reality. I'm Candace, and this is
Jennifer. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are in the world today. It is going to be a really great episode, and I'm super pumped about who we have as a guest speaker.
Today we have a social sit down with Trevin Peterson.
Part 2.
I love hearing from business owners who have started from nothing and bootstrapped their way up to the top. And I love hearing your journey because it just is a reminder for not only myself, but hopefully everyone listening today, is that you can start with the smallest, most simple thing and make it into what you want. It's just your level of limitations that you have to stop putting on yourself. And that's the hugest thing that I've come to learn, is that I can have all of these tools, all of these amazing mentorships and all of this stuff, but it really comes down to what can I individually do myself for my own business. Because Candace and I are over here doing the grunt work on our own, and it is hard to do, basically because of everything going on in life. But I think the fact that you've gone and created something to help someone like me, I just love hearing about it, and you and your journey, how it came to be and where it's going to go. Henry Ford wouldn't be who he was if he didn't try putting together a vehicle, right? So
For sure.
amazing things come from the smallest ideas. And I love that you've done what you've done. And I want to thank you personally for creating Viral Vue, because I know that it's just going to take mine and Candace's initiatives, and just skyrocket them in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully not 8 years, because I'm looking for something a lot sooner. But, we're 3 years in, so I'm not hating on that, because
We're almost halfway.
like I said, we're halfway. And that's when I feel like that reward will start to kind of, do the thing that we're wanting it to do. I love that you have taken everything and just done what you've done with it. So thank you personally. Followers will find you and, invest in what you've got to offer. And I'm looking forward very much to those Zoom calls where Candace is just hand in the air for half
with the 500 people in it. Hey,
that's what we're here for. I mean, and any time that we can help, my brother, I'm sure he would be happy to come on. He has a incredible story as well.
I'm going to message Kate.
yeah.
I just haven't yet.
I mean, we'll
have the whole family on,
is,
sir.
For sure. You can have Beepaw the Builder join.
There we
go. So and he's a general contractor, so he's construction, and that's what I was actually doing before. I was working with my dad, and that's what I was thinking was going to be like my long-term vision, is I'm going to work construction, and I'm just going to eventually take over my dad's construction business. And then I lasted 1 month, and I was like, this is no thank you. I got to find something else. And that's when I just started trying all these different things, and eventually one took off. But yeah, I can't ingrain that into the audience's heads enough, is like, it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of discipline. There's going to be days when you don't want to do it, but you have to get up and do it. And it's always funny to see in our group, the Viral Vue users, they'll be like, I've been doing it for 7 days and I'm not getting results. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but
we've heard that before.
And like sometimes, and like I probably shouldn't even say this publicly on a podcast, but like it's one of those things where it's like I don't even know how to respond. Sometimes I'm like, okay, 7 days, that's awesome. You're doing great, but you need to stick with it for 7 months and do it every single day. Because if you're not, like, 7 days is such a small sample size that it's just,
there's not even a data set, really.
Yeah, like 7 days is not going to happen.
But these platforms are used to people doing that. They give them that little boost in the beginning, and then they're used to people fizzling out over time. It's the consistency. The platform wants you to stay there, and the platform wants you to bring people on there, whether that's TikTok, Amazon, YouTube. It doesn't matter what the platform is. That's what they want you to do, is stay on there and bring people on there with you. So if you just have that, you have to have that consistency, like a business relationship with that platform.
Do you guys know who Russell Brunson is?
Sir, excuse you.
Yes,
sir.
I haven't really been following what he's been up to, but back when I started, I mean, 6-7 years ago, I was introduced to kind of his stuff. And I started listening to his podcast, reading his books. And there's one thing that he said that has stuck with me for the last 7 years, and that's if you can create a good piece of content every single day for an entire year, you will not have to worry about money. Obviously, there are some things of like it's got to be a good piece of content, you've got to be consistent, and I put that to the test. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And that's when I started my YouTube channel. I started TikTok, I started Instagram, and I started posting and posting and posting. And that first year, Zippo, zero, like nothing. I went from 0 subscribers to it was like 900, and then that second year I went from 1,000 to 10,000, and then that third year 10 to 30, and then just this year I've grown almost 100,000 subscribers. Like, and it's just compounded, and the opportunities have just opened up so many doors. And this isn't even in regards to Viral Vue. This is just like my like creating content, like whether it's for Amazon influencer, whether it's for your personal brand, whether it's for your e-commerce shop, like whatever it is, if you can put that to the test, and again, it's got to be good content. It's just can't be fluff. And like I would say Amazon influencer content, I don't think would fall under that, I guess, that criteria of like not worrying about money for the rest of your life, because like those pieces of content are so easy and like there's not much barrier to entry. But like podcast episodes like this, if you guys did a podcast episode every single day for 360, that's a lot of work. Like that would take a lot of effort. But like it's things like that. Yeah, it's that was one of the best advices that I got from him, and it's really held true.
I love that.
Jinx,
Thank you.
should your business profile remain neutral based on your personal interests versus your business interests? And I said, in my opinion, and what I've seen from the top tier people, they are on their business profiles business minded and what their audience is there for. And then if you have personal interests, if you want to follow certain kinds of people, that should be on a separate personal page, in my opinion.
Like for me in a business and my marketing business mindset, like that's just, there are people I don't follow on my business accounts because of that. So if it's religion and politics, what's your take?
What do you think about that?
I don't talk much about religion and politics on my pages, but I do like to bring in personal elements. So family, I like to golf, I like to fish, I like to surf. Those things I'll incorporate into my content. They're not like crazy
opinionated
or
like
it's not coming in and trying to get into your face and try to change your mind on a particular topic. It's just more showing, hey, this is who I am. If you vibe with it, great. If not, like on to the next person type of thing. And for me, I think it's important to be personal and relatable. And so if it's all day, every day, just in your face, business, sometimes it can do the opposite of like I'm kind of over this same topic of business, because at a certain point you can only say so much about a business topic, whereas you incorporate, hey, this is what I've been doing with my family, or hey, this is a trip that I did with my son, or whatever. People are like, oh, this is interesting. Like I see the business side, but then I also see this side, and then it's a little bit more relatable. So when it comes to like religion and politics, I don't know what benefit it's going to really give you in terms of your business.
Unless your business is that.
Exactly.
Like,
and there are
what you're talking about.
Exactly. And there are tons of brands that's how they built their audience.
That's great advice.
I know one of our mentors had mentioned that, if that is your goal, to be politically driven on your page or religiously driven or whatever your drive is for your purpose for having an audience and a community, do it, right? But if it's just something unrelated, try and keep that separate. And I think that's something that a lot of, beginners get a little confused about when they're starting their journey. They don't know how to show up. They don't know how to.
No, they just sell. And
they're like, I'm in, because that was me. I know that was me when I was first starting out from this course that we found. And I'm like, I've never sold a thing. I'm sorry. I take that back. I have tried to sell things in the past and I failed miserably at it because I'm not a salesperson. And so it was something that I needed to learn kind of I'm not going to show up all sales all the time. I'm going to try and show up like myself. But I know that my copy, my creation, my creativity, it needed a lot of work in the beginning.
I do some golf challenges with my son. That's fun.
Oh, those are so cute.
Uh, in a 60-day period, we did 100 million views.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow. On YouTube?
goodness.
Between YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And
Amazing.
it was just us golfing. We do these series of day one of hitting one ball every day, and then every day you hit two balls, three balls until he gets a hole in one. And we did I think we've done like 4 or 5 series. And my son, he was 18 months, 16 months when he started just swinging a club, and he has a better swing than me. And it just went
Oh, wow.
viral and just kind of blew up, and it was fun. So that's
Yeah.
kind of a little distraction side hustle that I have, is posting videos of me and my son golfing, which is fun because I get to spend time with them and hang out. So
And
Yes.
I want
And
to go ahead.
what are you going to talk about? Because you know what I'm going to say.
Go ahead. You
uh
say it first.
the tax
Repetition.
strategy. Oh, I was gonna
Repetition.
say tax strategy.
Tax
Day
strategy.
one,
Yep.
day two,
Yep.
repetition,
Yep.
bringing people on the journey. We tell people that all the time because it is the biggest mistake that I made when I started 3 years ago is I started doing all of that shit, all of the learning and doing this and trying that here, right here, because I didn't want anybody to know I didn't know what I was doing, which is so
Yeah.
dumb. So dumb. And
Yeah.
that's why I tell people now, do not make the mistake that I did. Take people on the journey with. I'd have 1 million followers, I think, by now in 3 years. If
I
I
did the
would have
same thing.
just
I started a brand new Instagram account, brand new Facebook, brand new everything. Nobody knew what I was doing because I was scared of that. I was scared of my high school friends. I was scared of
yeah,
people that I hadn't
Yep.
talked to in
Yes.
years, of them looking at me and they're like, "What is
Judging.
Trevin
Yeah.
doing? This is weird." And then eventually 3, 5 years went on, they were all coming to me and they're like, "Trev, I didn't know
How?
you were doing this. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?" And it was just so silly of me to not post.
yeah,
And I still have my Instagram account that I had in high school, and it has just sat there dead. And I
yeah,
wish so much that I would have used that account when I first started. I know there's a lot of people that are like, "I don't want to make my social media public, and
right.
I
Yeah.
can't do this." And it's like, what do you mean you can't?
That's
Like, all that is you caring about what people think
yeah.
about you. And at the end of the day, like, who cares what they think?
Yeah. They don't
And
pay your
obviously
bills.
it took me a long time to understand that.
That
Good.
is huge.
Again, mindset. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yep.
I've interrupted you enough.
No, I agree. And I think one of the things I wanted to point out from the creator content short form mindset series, you created a 60-day series of showing, how your son learned to golf or hit a ball, a golf ball. I think that's something that is very underutilized when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
short form content. It's because it relates back to consistently doing the same thing over and over again and broadcasting that. And it's very difficult to do. But if you can find a way to kind of take that and turn it into we call them content pillar, that's just going to make it more simple for yourself to do when you are out there doing the content game. And
Amen.
I think that's something that, I shy away from putting my kids online for, those personal protective reasons.
For sure. And
Yeah.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to mask them in CapCut.
That
I can
too.
see.
Candace
Yeah.
showed me a really cool way to do the masking, so I may be having my kids appear on my account a little more often. But I think, that was a fear of mine in the beginning was I didn't want my kids online at all. There I was trying very hard and I was spending so much ridiculous amount of time editing out their faces with stickers on Instagram. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then Candace is over here showing me the last couple of months how to just blur it out. I'm like, okay, that is amazing. Those are the kinds of things that people like you, Trevin, come up with, are those tools to
For
help us
sure.
figure those things out. And I love that. And I think that, it's just so so relatable how we all are starting our journeys of I don't want or I'm afraid of, I think getting over those things, it's hard to do. But again, Mel Robbins just posted a reel on Instagram about doing 3 things before you start your day. Exercise, make time for yourself, and do one consistent thing every single day. Try it for 30 days, and then it becomes habit forming for yourself. And I love that you took with your son and you did that golfing thing with him. Again, making ideas. ChatGPT is an amazing tool, by the way, for helping you figure out and plan. Did you do that just on a whim with your son, or did you actually like ask ChatGPT, what can I do for content today?
No, so it's actually my brother.
Okay.
So my brother, what he does is he does a lot of different series like challenges. So he's done it's called his uncomfortable 30. So every day he does
Oh,
something that's extremely uncomfortable.
that's awesome.
He did that, and then he does dancing in his car videos
Oh,
where he danced in his car every single day until he got Chris Brown to respond, Jason
T-Pain.
Derulo to respond, T-Pain to meet T-Pain. Me and Cade went out. This was 3-4 months ago. Flew out to Milwaukee and met T-Pain, all because he did this video series. It took him, I think it was 76 days of him
wow.
dancing in his car until T-Pain's team like reached out and made it happen.
How
And
amazing.
so I mean he blew up, and I mean he has almost 2 million followers across platforms. Um Again, not really business related. It's all just like random stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's really powerful how these series work. And so
Mm.
one day he was over and he saw my son hitting golf balls, and he's like, dude, you need to do a series on him hitting a ball every day until he hits a
See?
hole in one. And that was when Bryson DeChambeau was doing some of his like series. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a pro golfer, blowing up on social media. And yeah, Cade was like, you need to do this. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should. And I just started filming an episode, and then I posted it, and then it started getting traction. And I was like, oh, well, I got to keep going with the series. And then before I knew it, it just exploded. And I think like the third video had like 7 million views. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And
And that's
it
how it
just blew up.
happens.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how, so we have a student in our community, Candy, and that was the advice I gave her last week was she's just had a baby. She's trying to stay, she doesn't want to go back to work, and she's jumping into trying whatever she can. And I said, you need to do a series.
Yep.
She's on day 3 and she's already got great engagement from it. And I'm like, let's go,
The
girl.
the
But
series, they will blow you if you can have the right angle. And what's funny is I follow this series all the time. Like I get a new one showing up on my feed like every single day. This one that I saw yesterday, it was I'm dancing. It was like 1 minute for every follower that I get, and he blew up overnight to like 30,000 followers, and he had to dance for like 8 hours straight, and he did it.
well, hey, at
And
least
it,
Careful on the challenge, people.
hey,
yeah,
you guys have seen the white girl dance, right? The guy that does the white girl dancing in New York. Like,
Oh,
oh my God.
it's crazy. Yeah.
I love it. And he starts dancing, and now people like recognize him and they'll start dancing with him. Like now he's had this whole series of people stopping and dancing with him. Natasha Bedingfield, he danced like with her. It's so cool. So cool.
Yep,
Like
series is a golden nugget that everyone needs to be doing.
it's repetition
Yep.
and it's familiarity.
yes.
People are getting to know you and they can look forward to something every day. Even they may not be searching for it, but they may see, oh, we're on day 14. Let me go back and
Binge
look, right?
worthy content
It,
right
yep.
Yes.
there.
Yep.
Yes, best advice. Best advice. Love it. So
And
good.
then another thing, like I'll see people on day 70. I'm like, well, this guy's been at it for 70 days. Like, I gotta see what this guy has been doing, because that's some discipline and some consistency. And that
Yep.
gets me interested. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe my mind is wired a little bit different, but I'm like, okay, this guy has been at it long. Like, I gotta figure out like
Yes.
what's happening.
And here's the other thing. You don't need 70 new ideas.
No,
Like
that's
it's repetition. Don't be afraid. People are also, including myself, I was very afraid to repeat in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
We always constantly had to come up with new things and
Always
new
have to reinvent that
ideas.
wheel.
Yeah,
No,
instead
you
of
don't.
just recreating the things that
for
I
worked.
think
sure.
Like,
that's the hardest concept to kind of grasp onto, is because when you are in that beginner stage, you didn't do enough yet to find what worked well. So you do have to kind of chug your way through a whole bunch of cringe content, 100 pieces of bad content until you can find the 10 that are the best options. And then take those 10 and just kind of recycle through those and improve little bits. And that's what we talk about too, is that's how you find your golden nuggets inside of your own library of content. But you have to build it first. You have to show up. And as if you are listening and you are brand new, you've never done any piece of content before, but you are trying, do the same thing for 30 days. Try to do one thing for 30 days. I challenge you guys. It's a halfway through November right now. See if you can make it halfway through December, and do the same kind of video every single day. And let us know what that looks like. Tag us over on our social medias on Social Circle VIP. Trevin, what is your Instagram? Let's see.
It's just Trevin Peterson. Trevin Peterson. Yep.
There we go. Tag us, people. We want to see you guys try, because we, want to support you on your journeys. And I think that's, I love these ideas. I'm getting so excited for everything right now.
I know. But I do want to ask you, 3 to 5 years, like 3 to 5 years, thinking Viral Vue.
Yep.
What's like one thing that would make you look back instead of like, oh, I want to make blah, blah, blah money on it, which I know you wouldn't say, but what is like one dream metric that you like in 5 years, this is what I want it to look like? Like
That's
X
a really
amount
good
of people helped?
We want to be the #1 influencer affiliate software tool in the space. Period.
Period. He said period.
Like
I
so
love it.
like when it comes to
I
someone
strongly
thinking about
believe it will
Amazon
happen.
affiliates or Amazon influencer, like we want to be that person. So I come from the selling side. There's 2 kind of softwares in this space, Jungle Scout and Helium 10. Have you guys heard of them?
Yes.
So they're like the 2 biggest softwares in the selling space. And I want to have that name for Viral Vue. And if we've done that, then we've reached hundreds of thousands of people. And as a result, we have helped hundreds of thousands. Just the other day, I was driving home from, it was my 9-year anniversary. I've been married for 9 years, which is crazy, but we were driving, this was 2 days ago, driving home. And I was just talking to my wife and I'm like, I'm so fulfilled right now. Every single day, the messages that we get, the posts that we see, I'm like, this is what it's all about. And so if we can continue to get to 100,000 users or whatever it is, like those messages and impact that we're going to be making is going to just be 100x what it currently is. And that's the goal. That's the dream. I mean, that would be, it's obviously a very large goal, but like, I know that we can do it. And we're excited to just continue to ride this to who knows where. I've got a surfboard right there, the Viral Vue surfboard. We're just riding the wave. That's
I love it.
Riding the wave wherever it's going to take us.
That's amazing. And honestly, the way that you have taken what you've started with to where you are now, I have no doubts that we're going to be seeing Viral Vue just absolutely everywhere and crush it.
I'm gonna be the biggest cheerleader. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna be with the pom-poms.
If you look at the platform, which I focus right now on Instagram short form, and ManyChat is just everywhere with Meta.
Oh, ManyChat is incredible. I mean, I use it.
Oh, I love ManyChat.
And I think I remember when ManyChat was kind of new, and I'm like, I don't really know if this is something that would be beneficial. And, look at what it's turned into today. So I know that there are so many that have thought like myself and have said, I don't know. But then they're like, yeah, what the heck? Let's do it. Because it's made something simple for someone else. And that's what you've taken and you've run with it. And I think whatever you guys are going to come up with in the future, I know I'm going to be sending you some suggestions in the next couple of years here, because I know that you will find a way to make it happen. And I want to be able to help our people figure out what they need. And so you're definitely going to be my go-to. I'm going to be messaging you.
Yep. And that's
people.
Exactly. For us, that's what's helped us grow is actually being in the trenches and actually doing the business, where there's a lot of people that are not actually doing the business yet selling a product or service that I'm like, why are you selling this when you don't have any experience actually
Oh, yeah,
doing those
Jennifer and
things?
I know. We've seen
And
them.
and it's just that just tends to happen way too much more than it should. And
Yeah.
so with us having such a extensive background in content first, I mean, that's actually we were Amazon sellers first, then content creators, and then we found Amazon influencer. So like it's just those building blocks that have allowed us to think and see those different things. And then great people like you that come up with ideas and we're like, oh, this is a really good idea. Like, how can we make it work? And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But like, that's what kind of makes, like, at the end of the day, like, that's what makes the product great is
Yeah.
listening to the customers, getting the feedback, and then just making iterations. I mean, it's the same thing with Apple, the iPhone,
Oh yeah.
and like the computer that I'm on right now to what it was back in the 90s, like it wasn't even
Right.
color screen. So it's like
Yeah.
it just massive improvements over
Oh
time.
man.
And it definitely wasn't this small.
No,
No,
It was
exactly.
no.
big.
It was you couldn't bring it. It was not portable. It was right there on the desk.
Like my dad's old cell phone in the briefcase
Oh,
that he used to
Yep.
carry in the Lincoln with him.
oh dear
Anyways,
God.
um I do want to say that if there is anybody interested in Viral View, we will put it in the show notes,
Yeah.
and we have a special code. Circle VIP is our 10% off code. So don't forget.
Lifetime
Yeah.
10%
Thank you for
off.
that. And you're
Yes,
welcome to everyone
thank
listening.
you.
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be in the show notes. We'll put all of that information in there. And if you end up joining Viral View, whether it's the free or the paid version, we will invite you into our Social Circle VIP so that we can kind of walk you through how to create content. Where should you start? And number one, that mindset, because that is the toughest thing to overcome,
Yep.
is your own thoughts about yourself.
And that's why you need a community. That's why you need the support to
Right.
to have someone to tell you that you're not crazy
No,
Yeah.
because
you're not alone either.
you're not alone, but it's hard. Like when you first start, like I remember, like even my dad was very supportive. I love my mom. She was not as supportive, and
Yeah, she was a little.
and that was hard. And I was like, well, I got to make it happen,
She was Mama
and I'm
Bear
gonna
trying to protect you, that's why.
and for sure, like, and it's totally understandable. But like, it's going to happen to every single person. It might be your mom, it might be your dad, it might be your brother, it might be your
Husband.
spouse.
Yep,
Like someone is going to be in your ear saying you can't do it or you're
yep,
not good enough. And you need to block out the noise. And for me, I use it as motivation of like, I'm going to just put my head down. I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to go make it happen. And having a community, having the calls, being able to be in a group to reassure that you're not crazy, you're not alone, like is an absolute must.
Oh, for sure. And thank you for that. I think that's
yeah.
something, and I'm exactly the person you described. I've got family that's like, don't invest in that. Don't do that anymore. You're not seeing a reward. So why are you still doing it? Oh my God, it's taking you 3 years and you've got what? And it's very,
But
it
in
is
that
very
3 years,
damning.
what have they done?
Exactly
What
the
have they
same.
The
done?
same
Yeah,
shit,
it's
the
the same.
same thing they've been
Yeah.
doing.
So it's like, hey,
Yeah.
at least I'm trying to
I'm
improve.
attempting something to improve myself. And it
Exactly.
doesn't matter how I'm attempting it. It's the fact that I have chosen to and you have not. And I
Yep.
think that is something that is going to stay with me for a very long time. Not that I'm going to throw it back in their faces one day, but I will gladly remind them I took action on that day and you did
Yeah.
not. And unfortunately, I've had the conversations. It's actually my sister's boyfriend right now who's very interested in Amazon FBA. And he has been so depressed lately that he hasn't started. And I have
Mm,
conversation with him constantly about you need to just take an act. Just try one step and see if you can move ahead with that. And I know it's a lot. I know it's effort. I know it's work. I know there's processes and steps and things like that. But it's something you want to do. Doesn't matter what everybody else around you is saying. You need to just try. And if you fail, get up and do something else.
Yep.
It's always just keep failing forward. Again, something another mentor of mine has said, and I've listened to that, I've got it on a wall board over here in my home as a reminder to fail forward daily. You have to constantly try. And the support, that we offer, that I'm definitely sure Viral View has, it is going to be such an amazing thing. I'm looking forward to everything. And oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, this was the best call.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great. I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Well, we
So
appreciate it. Like when Kate and I get off, we're like, we love Candace's energy. She's always like, yeah, and
you know
like
how
for
I
us,
am, Jennifer, in a Zoom.
it's fulfilling, and it gets us like excited to move on to the next thing and continue to improve. I also tell people along the lines of failure is I've failed more than most people have tried.
True.
And people don't realize, like, if you were to look at the amount of businesses and the amount of failures that I've had, it's one too many. But that's just part of it. Like, that's you have to be willing to fail and pick yourself back up and learn from it. So
But I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't
oh, for
had
sure,
all
you
of
have
those
to fail.
failures.
But that's the thing is people fail once and then that gets them to never try again. But that's when it's like, hey, pick yourself back up and try again. My first attempt at a software company, we failed so hard, landed flat on our face, lost a lot of money. Like, we're talking multiple six figures just gone out the door, and that stung. And that was back in 2022, 2021. And I still am thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it hurts me. It hurts me. But you live and you learn, and you just got to pick yourself back up.
For
Pick
sure.
yourself up and dust yourself off and try again. I won't sing because everybody will
I
stop
want to
listening.
hear the singing, a serenade. Let's
You
go.
don't want to hear the singing. It's not very good. You have an FBA program as well where you help people and coach people.
Yeah, so for all the way up until basically this year, that was like my main focus was selling, and then we did a lot of coaching and consulting. As of the last, it's been very recent. I'm basically kind of phasing that out. Viral View is taking too much time and energy that I don't have time for the other
Something new
things.
came up.
Yeah.
So yes, I did a lot of coaching, consulting, and it was awesome. But I also I kind of got burnt out a little bit. Like I was doing it for 5+ years. It's good, but it's not the main focus right now.
Yeah. So my question, I guess, would be if somebody was wanting to get into Amazon FBA, is there someone that we could recommend to people?
Yes. So I basically partnered with their names are Brian and Eric. They're called the Zab Twins, and they basically have kind of taken my program, carrying it onward.
Okay.
So like my content, my face and everything is like still there, but now they're the ones that are managing the day-to-day. They're the ones answering the support emails. They're the ones doing the live calls. And then obviously in 3-4 years, like slowly my face will probably not be there because the videos will be outdated and they're updating it. So it is continuing onward. It's just not me at the front of it. So
Okay,
if just amzchampions.com.
Can I ask one more thing?
Yeah, one last question is great.
The difference when you create content for your Amazon reviews and your social media, because
they're completely
it's
different.
a huge difference.
Yeah.
Why? I think I know what you're going to say because I've listened to you say it in a YouTube before, but why are they different? And what do you like? What would you do differently? One thing, it doesn't have to be a bunch.
So the biggest thing is understanding how the platform actually works. So if you think about YouTube, most of the time people are searching for a specific topic. They might find like a funny like Mr. Beast video or whatever, but a lot of times people are searching for like, how do I fix my toilet? And then YouTube is going to show them videos, which there are probably thousands of videos showing people how to fix their toilet. And where Instagram, people are going with basically just kind of the intent to just scroll. Like it's very different. And then Amazon influencer, people are coming searching for this presentation clicker and they're going to try to find the best product. And then once they click on the product, then they'll see the video review. And those reviews are just genuine, authentic, just kind of off the cuff, non-scripted, non-edited videos, because that's what people want to see. So each platform, you have to understand that like there's different use cases and there's reasons that people go to certain social media platforms to just binge or to actually learn something or to educate themselves. Like for me, if I'm trying to learn something, I'm going to YouTube. If I'm just going to waste time, I'm going to Instagram. TikTok is kind of a mix of both, where like I can actually learn things because they have a search engine. Like you can actually search for things way like Instagram. If you go type in how to fix your toilet, they are awful. They will not serve you a very good video. If you go to TikTok or YouTube, they will. And so that's an important thing. And then also the aspect ratio. I mean, vertical versus horizontal. On TikTok, for example, they're way more lenient on what you can say. You can say, hey, this price is super cheap and you need to buy it. And this brand sucks and this is whatever. Where like you go and say that on Amazon, boom, flagged.
Flag.
So it's like there's different things on how platforms operate. And so for me personally, like my TikTok affiliate videos are none of them would get approved on Amazon. So it would be impossible for me to take those videos and post them to Amazon. They would get
Because you have
flagged
to get the
instantly.
attention in 1 second, really. 3
Exactly.
seconds, you have to get the attention. You can't do it the same as you would do an Amazon version.
For sure. So it's just completely different platforms. Now for me, I love Amazon Influencer. Like those videos work perfectly for YouTube. Like it's literally a copy paste right to YouTube. You don't need to really change. Actually, I don't change anything. And what's crazy is I started a YouTube channel, posted my review videos, and within the first like month or so, I had a video that had like 30,000 views talking about these Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses that took me 2 minutes to film. And I'm over here on my YouTube channel where I have 150,000 subscribers. I'll spend 8 hours on a video and I'll get 500 views.
Yeah. Right.
Make that make sense. Like it's crazy. So like it's one of those things where like the review videos, like posting them to YouTube, like you have potential like to go viral, quote unquote, like and you don't need this big production like system. Like I have my light, I have my mic, I have my camera, like I have this whole thing for like my YouTube setup. Spend all this time, I have a video editor, I pay for these thumbnails. And then these influencer videos, they do well because people are searching for how do I set up my Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses, and my video pops up.
Yeah. Because
So
it's got the SEO in there too.
SEO is part of that, like understanding it's a search engine.
Yeah. Oh,
Which we do cover all that in our community, guys. So if you have more questions, definitely go check those out because we answer all those.
Trevin, thank you again.
Of course, it was an honor to be here.
We have to have you back like after Viral Vue like has its 10,000th, so like early next year.
January 2026. We'll
exactly. Early next year when we're at 10,000 on Viral Vue, we'll have to have you back and talk about it then. But
yeah, that would be awesome.
I see it. I said it. I said it to Jennifer. I told my husband, I told Charlie, my husband, I was like, this is going to blow up.
We'll have to have a Valentine's episode, falling in love with Viral Vue all over again. 100,000 episode.
Okay, let's do it. It's been awesome. You guys are amazing, and the energy and the vibe, it's just awesome. So I really appreciate you guys.
We need to talk to B-Paul. I'm ready to listen to
we have to have Cade on first. We have to have Cade first.
Cade, and then you can have B-Paul on.
Yeah.
Happy holidays coming up, and good luck with Viral Vue and all of the amazingness. We're gonna see you in a couple of months. I feel this.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate the time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.